Hey guys, it's Mike, and have you ever had such a bad date that all you could think of is, how the hell do I leave this date? Well, I'm here to tell you about my worst dating experiences and what I've learned from them. My first worst dating experience. So many flashbacks. Many moons ago, when I was still young and naive, I finally decided to install Tinder to see what all the fuzz is about. I was talking to a girl, we had some back and forth messaging, and finally we did decide to meet up. So the first date was fine, communication was flowing, it was nice, but I didn't have that je ne sais quoi yet. So we decided to go on a second date, and that's when I realized we would have hit it off more as friends. I didn't see any red flags in our two dates, so I thought that she would feel the same, or at least she would accept that we would only be friends. Holy mother, I was wrong. So wrong. So she did not take it well at all. She told me that I was wrong, that she did feel a spark, and all I needed was time. I thought that I had handled it well. I was honest and persistent. I told her that, sorry, but if you still want to be friends, we can do that. And I thought that was actually the end of the story. This is where the nightmare starts. So for the next 2 to 3 months, she just kept spamming me with messages, voice notes, and videos, and all I did was just ignore them. I kind of have a no block policy, so I was waiting for it to die down. But before that, two major things happened. One day, she decided to send me a message saying that we should talk and that she would be waiting outside of my apartment. We actually coincidentally lived in the same neighborhood, but I never told her where I lived. So that little voice inside my brain told me, she's bluffing, she doesn't know where you live. And when I came home, she was nowhere to be seen. So do you remember when I said that we were living in the same neighborhood? So guess what happened? I was going to the supermarket, and this is probably one of the most humiliating moments of my entire life. But I remember that I had my basket. I was just rearranging my groceries, and I look up, and she was just straight into my face. So I remember this feeling of shock and just being frozen and not knowing what to do. So, well, she just started screaming at me like, "Oh, why don't you text me back?" Okay, so sorry. Why are we always doing this voice? I can just tell it in my own voice. Oh, why are you not texting me back? I thought we had something, and I just don't understand, and this is not fair. And all I was thinking about is how can I diffuse the situation and just help her to calm down. I didn't want everyone to look at us. It was just so embarrassing. So I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be like this. I thought I was clear, but you know what? Let's text and talk about it. I'm sure we can figure it out." So she finally calmed down, and after a awkward forced hug, I felt so relieved. I know that what I did was not okay, but she forced me into a corner, and that was just so unfair. So, as you can guess, I never texted her back, and after a few weeks, she finally stopped texting me. Now, there is a reason why I'm sharing with you one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, and that is that there's a lesson to be learned here. First, be mindful of any potential red flag, however how small they may be, and this counts for everyone. Second, and this is also a lesson for me, don't carry over bad experiences into other dates. Even though I had this horrible experience, it doesn't mean that someone else will do that to me. So, everyone is different, and that means everyone deserves an equal chance. And I see this a lot where people that just got out of bad breakups, they carry over this energy, and when they match with someone, they just keep talking about their ex, how he or she did this and this. Don't do that. It completely ruins the start of a potential relationship. My worst date numero dos. For my second date, we decided to meet up at a bar in the center. And I'm someone that always tries to be on time. I'm not purposely trying to be late. So I arrived on the street where the bar is, but somehow my Google Maps was acting weird. So after being 5 minutes late, my date texted me that she was going to leave and that she never had to wait for anyone ever. So I wanted to apologize to her, and I told her that my Google Maps was just being funny. So the next 15 minutes was her basically telling that guy was never late and that it was unacceptable and I should make sure that it would never happen again. And oh, I will never make it happen again because there won't be a second date. I knew that. The icing on the cake was that the date was very boring. We didn't touch any interesting topics. She didn't appreciate my humor at all. So that made it even easier for me to decline the second date. So this may sound weird, but I also appreciate bad dates because they're a funny story you can tell at a party and they teach you something. So know that even bad experiences can teach you a valuable lesson, and take these with you for next time. So in my next video, and this is for the ladies, I will teach you the ultimate secrets of how a guy's brain works. How you can pull in the right guy and how you can keep him. I hope you learned something from my bad dating experiences. If you did, subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you next time.